that word right? I don't know. I dropped out of high school, y'all. Tablespoons of this, 1 scoop of this, and 1 tablespoon of this lives in here. I make this up the night before, so you just dump it in the blender. Today is Wednesday, and I am late. Shocker. So yeah, there's something you guys may not know about me, and that is I am perpetually running late. My mom said I was 2 weeks late being born, and it set the pattern for the rest of my life. So, anyway, I'm on my way to work. Yesterday, I got my tooth pulled, and I am shocked at how well I'm doing. Physically. But I woke up. I did not work out yesterday because I couldn't eat or drink, and I didn't want to be dehydrated. So I woke up and my husband dropped me off. My appointment was at 8:45. So he went in with me, got all the instructions, dropped me off, went into work. They gave me a Valium. Guys, Valium's cool. I was like, what? Not like cool, like I felt messed up. But I was so nervous about the whole thing that once I took that pill, 15 minutes after I took that pill, so I took it in the car, like when we got in the car to drive there, I felt pretty fine. Like all my anxiety gone. I was like, this is awesome. I need some of these for the drive to Vegas, for the flight to England. This would be amazing. But anyway, so I took the Valium, and so when I got there, I wasn't really nervous. I sat in the waiting room maybe 10 minutes, then they got me in, got me back there, hooked up to all the heart monitor and the oxygen thingy and the blood pressure. Now, I haven't been to a doctor since I started my weight loss journey, just because I haven't had a need to, knock wood. But my blood pressure always has run high. And so I was looking at the little thing before we started the procedure, like as soon as they put the cuff on and it took the blood pressure, and it was like 109/60. So I'm thinking that's pretty good. So, and that may have been the Valium talking. But either way, I was pretty pleased with that. I've known for a while now that my heart rate has lowered exponentially. So my resting heart rate sits about 50, anywhere from 50 to 55, depending on my level of activity at the time. Where it used to be 80 to 90, and sometimes even in the hundreds if I was really having an anxious week. But anyway, the whole thing took took less than 2 hours, and most of that was recovery time. So they went in, the doctor came in, he's like, the other thing that weight loss related, they had no problem finding my veins. They've always, ever since I was a kid, had a hard time finding veins. I had a horrific experience when I had my first kidney stone, because they gave me, I think it's called an IVP, which is intravenous x-rays, and they have to inject the dye into your arm. And they couldn't find a vein, and it was a horrific experience. My arm swelled up. It was horrible. I was 10. It was traumatic for me, and ever since then I've had a fear of needles. So I warned the guy. I'm like, they have a hard time finding my veins. They're rolling veins, and when you think you get one, surprise, it's not there. And he plucked it out. He's like, nope, you got great veins. And I was like, so it may have been a fat thing. So anyway, found the vein right away, gave me the medicine. He's like, I'm going to give you some more medicine. It's going to make you even more relaxed. Don't remember a thing. And next thing I know, the technician's in front of me, and she's saying, you did a great job. You did so well. And I was like, wait, is this over? And she's like, yep. So she had me sit there for another 5 minutes, and then she got me up into the recovery room, which is just like a little room with a couple of beds, and covered me with a blanket, and I just snoozed for like 45 minutes or so until my husband got there, and then he drove me home. And once the numbness wore off, I honestly didn't feel much pain. Like, I didn't even have to take an Advil. We didn't even fill, they gave me Norco, but we didn't even fill it because I don't like taking pain medication. I don't even like taking Advil. So I was like, honestly, I think I'm fine. And I didn't even have to take Advil. I'm so pleased, because the last time, and I think it's because, sorry, focus on one subject at a time, Kelly. Shiny. Say a sentence. Sometimes I think of things in my head, and then the sentence finishes coming out of my mouth, and yeah. So the last tooth that I had pulled was such a horrible root canal that I never went back and got the crown. And then the tooth decayed so bad that when they went to pull it, it shattered. I've told you guys that story. Because it shattered, they had to dig it out when they pulled it. And I think that's why I was in so much pain the last time I had a tooth pulled. The only other time I've had teeth out were my wisdom teeth, and those were impacted. So they, again, had to be surgically removed. So I was expecting to be in just hella pain, but it must have just gone so smoothly. It must have just come right out, because it took no time whatsoever. And I'm honestly in no pain right now. Like, I'm so pleased. However, mentally, I haven't been able to exercise. I didn't exercise yesterday. I did a little bit on the treadmill today because walking is okay. They told me not to exercise for 2 days. Everything I've read on the internet says 4 days to a week. But because my dentist told me 2 days, I'm going with that. So I'll exercise again tomorrow. But it's weird, because just yesterday and today not exercising, I feel like a little anxious. I feel emotional. It's definitely, no matter what exercise has done for my body, it has done wonders for my mental health. And this is evidence of that. So I'll get back on the bed. I'm not going to go full bore tomorrow, but I am going to go back to my weights and my at-home, with my at-home workout stuff, my YouTube videos. But yeah, it went really well. Looking forward to getting back to exercising. I don't like this liquid diet thing. I didn't strictly do liquid diet yesterday, and I could tell it started hurting towards the end of the day, so I'm doing liquid soft diet today. Hopefully I won't have to do it much longer because I don't like it. I don't have much. I wasn't prepared in the way of food options. But man, am I getting my protein in. Anyway, so I just wanted to check in with you guys while it was still all fresh in my mind. And yeah, it went really well. I'm really pleased. I'm glad I didn't die. I'm glad I wasn't in a lot of pain. And yay. So next round, next month, these teeth. Wish me luck on that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's just be happy we got over this one. All right, I'm going to work. Good morning. Or I should say good afternoon. Because it's like 1 o'clock now. And since traffic is at a crawl, because apparently no one has any place to be, they're just taking leisurely drives through the village right now. I thought I would film this video rather than wait till I get home because I'm in a time crunch right now. Because I don't know if I'm going to make it home before my husband gets home from band practice. Because I've got to go, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to Ulta, Ross, Target, and the grocery store. And I got 3 hours to do it. So let's see if I can do it. But today is Saturday, and that means I weighed in. So last week I weighed in at 146.4. Today I weighed in at 144.2. So I lost 2.2 pounds this week. And I am very pleased with that. I think the only reason that happened is because I was pretty much on a liquid diet for 3 days because of my tooth, which is healing nicely, I think, by the way. I still didn't even have to take an Advil. I'm very, very pleased with how it went. No stitches, no nothing. I feel like it's healing. I don't feel, occasionally it gets a little bit achy, like if I've eaten crunchy foods that I'm not supposed to. Go figure. But overall, I've had like hardly any pain, and I feel like it was incredibly successful. I as nervous as I was for that to happen, I'm very, very excited about how it turned out, and I will praise this place to the heavens. And if I ever need to get another oral surgery, this is the place that I'm going. But yes, so liquid diet for like 3 days mostly. I think all I had was really yogurt, cottage cheese, protein shakes, soup, so mashed potatoes. So it wasn't like I was eating a whole lot. As a result, I didn't poop for 3 days, so there's that. There's like no fiber. But that resolved itself this morning, so thankfully. Otherwise, there probably wouldn't have been a 2-pound loss. But that's TMI. So, moving on. The exciting thing that happened is because I am down to 144.2, I am now, and I will pop the pictures up on the screen, I am now in the normal range for both my weight and my BMI. I've been in the acceptable range for my body fat for a while now, but my BMI and my weight have still been in the overweight category according to the app that comes with my scale. And this morning I am now normal. And so if I gain a pound next week, I will be back to being overweight. So do with that what piece of information what you will. But that's exciting. That's exciting. I've never not been overweight as long as I can remember in my entire life. So yay. Happy about that. Work is going really well. I'm finally, getting into the groove, getting stuff to do. It's just me and my boss and the other admin person. And it's just such a good fit. Our personalities we get along. We all have the same sense of humor. It's just, I don't want to say work is like a party every day, but I don't hate coming to work. I don't hate it. It's nice. It's really nice. It's especially when you consider the job I had for 16 years where it was just torture a lot of the time. This is can you tell I'm happy? I'm happy. Okay, so I just stopped at the post office and my Shein, I don't know. I'm a little late to this train, guys. This was my first order from them. The first part of the order came in yesterday, and that was a pair of leather pants that my coworker Amanda had coerced me into purchasing, stepping out of my comfort zone. But we were talking about the rocker look that I want to achieve for the concert, and leather pants just seem like a way to go. They're faux leather, but because they're Shein. But tried them on yesterday. I'll put a picture up. I was pleased. My husband was really pleased, and seeing as today is our anniversary, I wore them for him last night. He was very, very happy. Anyway, those I was very happy with. I've got the order back there, so I may do a separate video for a try-on haul, just because I probably won't get until tomorrow. See aforementioned time crunch. And I'm also going to Ross, so there may be more clothing that I want to try on. But I've got a couple of things there. I got a motorcycle jacket to go with the pants, and just a couple of rompers, and just some t-shirts and tank tops. But I'm excited to try them on and see. Clothing is a happy time now for me. It never used to be. This is so weird. So weird. But I will, when I get home, I will try all that stuff on and see how I feel about it. And I'm excited. It's fixing to be a happy weekend, I think. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed any part of this video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time.